The main river which flow according to the main direction of the slope, that is the consequent river. Perpendicular to the main direction is called subsequent. And sometimes a river repeats the main direction. This is the slope of the area, but a small river is flowing in the same direction. It is resequent river. Resequent river. It is moving in the same direction, which is the direction of the slope. So this is the direction of the slope. So this is the resequent river. So, and sometimes this is the slope of the area, but sometimes a river moves perpendicular of the area. One river flow in the reverse direction of the slope. So this is called sometimes obsequent river. And sometimes a river never follow a particular pattern. Sometimes a very unorganized pattern, like this, like this, like this. It is not clear which pattern is this. So this is called insequent, I-N, insequent. So one is the insequent is unorganized pattern, not the organized pattern. So this is main river, like in Ganga system. Ganga is the consequent river. Can you name some river which join in a perpendicular direction to Ganga? Yeah, Chambal is the tributary of Yamuna, like the river which join Ganga near Patna. Which river join Ganga near Patna? Son river join Ganga. That is almost perpendicular. That is subsequent river. So it is like that. Sometimes there is, apart from this typology of drainage, sometimes there is I missed one parallel drainage pattern. Suppose this is one river is here. This is Ganga river. And what happened? Yamuna also originates from the same mountain, different slope of the same mountain, and moves parallel to the Ganga, and it moves parallel to the Ganga up to thousands of, more than 1,000 kilometers, and it joins after 1,000 kilometers. It is parallel drainage pattern. It is parallel means sometimes it is also known as Yaju, Y-A-Z-O-O, Yaju. In USA there is one, Yaju is a river, and it gives a kind of parallel shape. That's why in the Yaju river, or it is parallel drainage pattern. Parallel drainage pattern, DP. This is number 8. 7 is here, number 8. I hope it is clear. So these are the different types of drainage. These are the different patterns of drainage. I discussed the regime, explained the regime, explained the watershed, water divide, catchment, and now come over to the river system of India, or the drainage system of India. In India, there is need to discuss the each and every river. For this, I will give you some assignment to you. But before that, how to discuss the drainage pattern? We discuss the drainage pattern on the basis of slope. Basis one is slope. Slope means we have water divide. We have east flowing river, and we have the west flowing rivers. Another is the source. I think you must be knowing east flowing river. All Ganga system, Ganga Yamuna system. They are flowing towards east. Or the rivers which originating from the peninsular plateau like Godavari, Mahanadi, Krishna, Kaveri, all are flowing towards east, and they which are draining into Bay of Bengal. They all form the east flowing river and the west flowing river. So they are which are flowing, because west side of India we have the Arabian Sea, and east side of India we have the Bay of Bengal. So west side is including Indus river system, or the Satluj river system, or the Narmada river system. Narmada, the main slope of the peninsular plateau is tilted towards southeast direction, but Narmada is flowing in the west direction. It is reversed because it is through the rift area. So that's why Narmada, or you can say Tapti, or you can say Periyar river in Kerala. They are draining into Arabian Sea. So this is the one base to classify the drainage system of India. So east flowing river or the west flowing on the basis of slope, eastern slope and the western slope. Another is the source. In India we have the two sources of rivers. One is the Himalayan rivers, which are basically obtain water from rain and snow both, and they are basically perennial. And second is peninsular river, peninsular plateau river. So these rivers are altogether a different type of. They receive water only during rainy season. Rest of the season. So most of the rivers are here are seasonal rivers, non-perennial rivers. Himalayan rivers are the perennial, and there is third type of river also, that is called ephemeral river. So on the types of drainage, type on the basis of the flow, on the basis of the flow of water. Flow of water, one is the perennial river. Second is the seasonal river. And third is ephemeral river. Like with the help of the river regime, we can understand what type of drainage pattern is there, what type of drainage typology is there on the basis of the flow of water. Like suppose if I construct the river regime of this is the time of the year, and this is the discharge of water. Discharge of water, or you can measure it in cubic or cubic in a river. Suppose from January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, up to December, if the amount of water is like this, like Ganga, not like this, it is like this. Ganga is like this. If you see, this is the cubic river regime. This is Ganga. But if we take any tributary of South India, of any major river, say Godavari, or Krishna, or say Tungabhadra river, the amount of water during this season is almost nil. Almost, sometimes it is very low, very low. Tungabhadra is almost, but in the month of June, it goes like this and it comes like this and it is like this. what you call it. So during this season, this is Tungabhadra. Tunga and Bhadra, these are the two rivers, one is Tunga and one is Bhadra, it becomes Tungabhadra. Its river regime, so this is a perennial river because substantial amount of water is there when it is, amount of water is minimum. But here some amount of water is about to nil, negligible. Sometimes it dried up in this season, then water comes. Here it also, there is one season when amount is almost over or the quantum of water, flow of discharge of water is almost negligible. So this is a seasonal river or the non-perennial river. And the third type of river are ephemeral, which are only rain controlled. When rain is taking place, water will flow, like in Rajasthan. In desert it happens generally, like several seasonal river in like you must be knowing one river, Ghaggar river. It originates from Shivaliks near Chandigarh, Markanda river. When rain is there on the slope, water flows. When rain is not there, water is not there. Water. So it is like this, the flow of water, rain is there, water is there. Rain comes, water comes. Rain comes, water is there. Rain comes, water. So round the year, here rain was there, so water was flowing in these number of days. So they remain dry. Again rain comes, then water is also flowing. Then again dry season, then rain comes, then water is flowing. Then rain comes. So when the rain is there, water is there. Few months back, I went to Yamunanagar district of Haryana on the Shivalik hills to purchase some Himalayan Shivalik slopes. And on the slope there is the river is also, they were also measuring the river also in that measurement of the plots. So then suddenly I was in the river channel and I was measuring the area plot size, because they have the plot, we have acre plot, they calculate in the hilly area, they calculate 25 acre means one plot because it is very large area. So immediately water comes very rapidly with a torrential speed in the river channel. Before that there was no water and no sign of water in the river course. I said, what happened? From where water has come? They said rain was there in the upper course of the Shivalik and water is coming, and after 2 days it will be over. So that these rivers are called ephemeral rivers. So these rivers, rain controlled, like Luni river, like Sukri river, these are the ephemeral rivers. Let me construct one more. Like this is, say this is Aravali hills. Say this is Jaipur hill. This is Ajmer here. All this is Mount Abu here. This is Aravali, you can say. East side of Aravali is a kind of sub-humid area. And it is semi-arid and this is arid. This is arid area and this is semi-arid. In this area, some of the rivers are moving this side, they are less in number, but more number of rivers are moving like this. So, sorry, this river comes like this. This is the main river. What is the name of this river which originates from Ajmer and moves like this, and it makes the inland drainage in Run of Kutch? Inland drainage means a river which could not reach up to the sea. That is called inland, that makes the inland drainage system. So it disappears in the Run of Kutch. All the salt by this Luni river are transported from here to the Run of Kutch. Kutch is the district. Run means salt, accumulation, salt pan. huge amount of salt is accumulated brought by these rivers. It's a seasonal river. It's an ephemeral river, not seasonal. It's rain controlled. So there are so many rivers. Like one river joins here. They all join this here, and like this is Khari, Sukri, Suleri, Lamri, Joai. So all these are the tributaries of Luni river. They all are ephemeral river. Have you ever heard all these names? Luni, Khari, Sukri, Suleri, Lamri, Joai, all these are the rivers. So these are the rivers, they all are the ephemeral rivers. So they have the seasonal supply of water, they are rain controlled. So basically I gave you the three bases of the interpretation of drainage system of India. But the most important is on the basis of source. When we discuss the drainage system of India on the basis of the source of water from whether river originated from Himalayas or peninsular, that would be the best interpretation to discuss the drainage system of India. Mr. Ruhela, bring a chalk from that. Now let's discuss the Indian drainage system of India, the Himalayan river and the peninsular rivers. In terms of the this term, we'll discuss the Indian drainage system, the Himalayan and the peninsular river system. Thank you. This is, say, Himalayan river system. Himalayan river system. Now come over to the peninsular rivers. Let's discuss the properties of Himalayas and the peninsular plateau. Quickly, I'll give you the review of the Himalayas, and one is the velocity. Velocity of water is very fast, and this is gentle slope. Gentle velocity. This water is not flowing rapidly. Number 2, discharge. Discharge of water. Himalayan river have huge discharge and they have the limited discharge. Limited. Flow. These are the perennial rivers. Himalayan rivers. Peninsular rivers are seasonal rivers. Source of the Himalayan river is rain and snow. They have only rain. So this river, these rivers, this is all basic. Nature of valleys. Deep valleys. Deep valleys. I-shape, V-shape and U-shape valleys. but the peninsular plateau have shallow and wide. This is shallow and wide valleys. Next is silt. Himalayan rivers are always loaded with the silt, full of silt, full of siltation. Why siltation? Because rock system, Himalayan rocks, sedimentary rocks. Sedimentary rocks, basically sandstone, shale, mudstone, limestone. These are the main new types of rocks in Himalayas. They are soft, erosion and weathering is fast. Fast erosion plus weathering. Overall, you can say fast denudation. Denudation is a bigger terminology. And these rivers have limited or no silt. लेके ही नहीं आते. पहला तो सस्पेंडेड मटेरियल नहीं होता. So they don't have, they passes through the metamorphic plus igneous rocks. So negligible denudation. Negligible denudation. Because peninsular plateau is in the last phase of cycle of erosion. So it is converted into a peniplanation. Peniplanation. It's eroded and converted into a plain area. But this is first stage of Himalayan region is first stage of cycle of erosion. Cycle of erosion. I hope you can understand. First phase, still upliftment is going on. Soft rock, loose rocks. Now, the most important is the Himalayan and the peninsular rivers. Let me construct the graph first, then I will explain. The source. Suppose this is the Himalayan river. This is the distance. This is the height. Height of the rivers. Say 1000, 2000, 3000, 4000 meters. What is the snow line in Himalayas? Whether I discussed, explained to you the snow line? Huh? 6.1. That is the average height of Greater Himalaya, bete. Snow line, I said snow line in Eastern Himalaya and snow line in Western Himalaya, it is altogether not the equal at the same altitude, it is different altitude. Approximately say 4000 and pure 4000 is snow covered. So the source of the river would be less than 4000 meters. So the Himalayan river, see the Himalayan river originate almost at the height of 4000 and they rapidly decline their height and they always comes to this height and for a short distance and for a long distance they move like this. For a short distance from source to they enter to the plain. like Ganga river, from the origin of Gangotri all the way up to Haridwar, it runs with a steep slope. But beyond Haridwar for a long distance, it moved on almost negligible slope. So they are having, all Himalayan rivers have large catchment. Their source is on high altitude. Peninsular rivers, none of the peninsular river originates from the height of more than 1500. So Narmada, few, like Narmada originates from 1050 meter. Amarkantak is 1050 meter. Godavari river